I said in one of our rounds, I said 90% of these battle niggas is broke. I commend Smack for giving niggas some hope. Because without Smack, these niggas wouldn't be doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Now,
I mean, they only like, you know what I'm saying, man, time where they kind of got something going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even, and that's something I can attest to. I done been around cats and I see it, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Like I say, man, like, when they come with me, you know what I'm saying, that's some shit when I met Smack, when I was on Good Cheese and they came to my neighborhood, I already had big chains and I already was driving foreign cars and I already was moving like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already had shit that I was doing. And that's when I was younger, like illegally shit. And as time grew and I got older in my mind, because I'm 32, you know what I'm saying? So like this like 4-5 years ago and shit, when I'm meeting them doing them type of battles now, you know what I'm saying? We got our own businesses, you know what I'm saying? Real storefronts where you can come buy shit, you know what I'm saying? And live, you know what I mean? And see how a nigga live. And I don't even got to be there all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you feel me? That grew from that as far as businesses. And like I'm talking about, even when it comes to like the jewelry and shit, like just like you, your jewelry old just like mine. Niggas that had gold for years, you know what I'm saying? The newest piece I bought, and it was the shit that I got from Johnny, but that was the simple fact, nigga, I already had that in the works. Just on like time, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, they been putting that piece together. They just so happened to hit me like, all right, nigga, it's done, it's ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, so other than that, I don't really be buying too much jewelry. You don't see me with a gang of ring. I don't wear earrings, none of that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm more into like stocks and trying to do shit like that as well. So everything you say, like I say, man, I definitely in the battle. You see me when you saying it, I'm like, nah, that's real. Some of them ain't even. They just hearing boss talk and just like they not, but they ain't taking heed to it or really like living like that. So to me, if you ain't taking nothing from a nigga telling you, yeah, nigga, you can't get no house with street credit and not trying to build your credit, then you really losing when you listening, because really a nigga giving you some game. You know what I'm saying? But right. Feel me more so than anybody. It's for motherfuckers who ain't on that type of time mentally. You feel me? On the real. And that's dope to see that a motherfucker got that kind of growth in this game. You know what I mean? Who can talk that same shit for 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying, and still be able to, you know what I mean, show his worth in that ring. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's what I was saying. Listen, I come out, niggas don't understand it. I come out and I take the top nigga at the time, all the time.
Real shit.
I come out, if you look at anybody I battled, I took the top nigga at the time, all the time when I come out. After a year off, 2 years off, 3 years off. For me to get in there and be able to possibly beat the nigga and hang, or debatable, or we had to battle with a night, or it's incredible. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is something I want to do because, you know, with these niggas, they'll say you be too friendly. I want you to say the reasons you think you won, and I'm gonna say the reasons I think I won, and then we gonna leave that there. I think that's gonna be dope. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something to do different. I have to get up here. Niggas be too my nigga. Let's break it down. I'm with the friendly shit. We cool. We know this, but I want to get deep into it on why you think you won, and I'll talk about why I think I won.
Nigga, I'm one of them niggas, man. Like I'm good with it. Yeah,
we battling right now. This is a battle right here. We're battling right now. This is the battle of
all right,
your points and my points.
Let's go. Okay, so boom, round one. I felt like I came out the gate punching, smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like really with I was really on my every fucking bar. I felt like if there was a crowd there, I had so many haymakers with the Doc's gonna have to leave Charles in charge. Told his family to sitcom. You know, if a nigga know one of them family sitcom, Charles in charge already said he was a vegetable. He plugged up. You know what I'm saying?
So first round was hard.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm back to back. Even the haymakers that landed on other niggas like Anwar and them. You know what I'm saying? Friendly fire. I feel like I had a lot in that first that was coming off like an avalanche. I really felt like that. I felt like it was strong. And I fucked with your first too. But I felt like my first, you know what I mean? I enjoyed my first. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I felt like I stuck with the punching all through the first. All right, boom. Now the second, your second was dope as a bitch. You know, and I feel like that was the round that they gonna probably debate the most. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest. Now, me personally, like I can honestly say, if I felt like I edged rounds like on some Gentleman's 30, and I set it up there, I said, but I can see in the third, my third will be that round where you went and you stayed on course of talking to me, And then my third was when I went back to how I initially do my thirds my whole career.
Right.
And, just telling them tales, some street shit, just giving comparisons of some old shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm like, that I can see a motherfucker saying, all right, that didn't all pertain to Goodz. You know what I'm saying? I probably gave a few bars to him for that third. So I felt like, nigga, okay, if I feel like the first was mine, the third was more his, then it come down to that second. Now the second, nigga, I felt like I just was jumping on hella angles. Like, you know what I'm saying? I start off with the haymaker angle, then I come back with the, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you can't talk a boss shit to me, nigga, work for the same company as me. You dig what I'm saying? Then I jump into the quick shit about Boom. Then I jump into some shit about the gyms. Then I jump into some Tay-Rock, the caffeine shows niggas did about him. I felt like I was weaving flawlessly in and through angles that I felt like people didn't expect me to bring. Like, I felt like as a battler, everybody probably was expecting me to do a whole round of trying to either discredit you about money or try to explain how I get so much money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, I felt like my second was catered to talking about angles that I don't feel like nobody who would have battled you that day would have used. Nope, everybody would have been up there.
I agree.
I also get money, nigga, or nigga, I'm selling this, nigga, and I'm getting more of this, nigga. Look at all these money in my account, nigga. Look at this. Pull up with a nigga with a gang of niggas and have a nigga, hey, throw me 50,000 real quick, let me catch it, nigga, and do some weird old goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, nigga, I ain't for that. Let me go on it. Let me come at some different shit, some shit that he probably ain't even gonna expect. So either he gonna have to stick with his material or he gonna have to try to rebuttal it, which I feel like I forced you to do when you was like, nigga, I don't fuck with son and nigga with the whoop, and then, hey, nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, I got a condo, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I use angles that is like, as a nigga, you gotta say something back, or you felt like a nigga, you know what I mean? So that's why I felt like I took those rounds, you know what I'm saying? In my third, I feel like I just liked in my third because people was complaining that I wasn't doing that no more. So, you know what I mean? If they felt like I didn't win that round, I'm not mad at that. I personally like the round, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm not. Listen, you got some good points, but fuck you. You know, let me tell you the truth. Tell you the truth on everything.
Let's go. Let me hear your points, nigga, because then I'm gonna come back with my.
I know you got to. We doing rounds, so I wasn't gonna do rounds. But first round, right?
Okay.
I actually think my first round was actually a little slept on. To me, if you go back and watch the first round, to me, that might be arguably, to me, this is not to y'all. Going into it was my best round if you listen to the shit I'm saying in the first round. But your first round was tough. To me, I feel like every round was close. Like I said, I wanted to go in there and fucking kill you so bad, but I feel like every round was close. I feel like the first round was a debatable round. I feel like the second round, your second round was hard. When you came out, I feel like people thought, damn, Goodz is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Goodz is in trouble. Until I went. I just feel like my second round doused the flame of your second round because I kind of counted everything you were saying.
Okay.
And I wrote it like that, me going into it saying, I know Geechi. I know how Geechi come. Now, what I didn't know is how good you was going to come. Because you, no homo. That was crazy.
No homo,
Whoa. This shit. Wow. Whoa. But anyway, so I feel like how good you was going to rap, how good you was going to be you, I didn't know you was going to be that good at being you at that time. Because I feel like with me, you stepped it up a whole nother notch. I'm going to be real with you. I watched you against A-Verb. I watched you against Clips. I didn't like you. I said, this is not Geechi. I'm going to tell you what it is. This ain't Geechi.
And I could be honest and say that me having them little extra weeks gave me that to really like, I'm like, I can't. And then like, I knew, like, no knock to them either. Clips is more of a jokey type battler. So I know like certain shit that I can, all right, I know nigga, he the type to take a round off and you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, you know what I mean? And then Verb, that was his first time in that setting. But I knew, I'm like, he Goodz done had time to study the tape. He not finna just take this battle. We was kind of already set up a couple times without it getting. So I'm like, I know he done pinned the bar here and there. You know what I'm saying? He ready. You know what I mean? So I knew I couldn't play. You know what I mean? Respect.
So you coming in, just like I said, this is me. I didn't like you against. I just didn't feel like that was Geechi. Because at the end of the day, the shit you talk about, the shit I fuck with. That shit I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't feel like against Verb and Clips, that just wasn't you. You was a little more agitated to me. Like, that's just not Geechi. Geechi don't really he talking like he want to fight. This ain't Geechi. So I feel like when you came at me with the second round, it's like, oh, all right, like you really on your shit. But I just feel like everything you said was a rebuttal in my round. So I feel like I won that round kind of, if you look at it, kind of even, like kind of clear, right?
Okay.
And I feel like the third round wasn't even. I feel like I clearly beat you the third round. Now, I do feel like the second round, I feel like if people want to give you the first, I can understand. If people give me the third, I get it. Yeah. I feel like it does ultimately to the fans come down to the second round. Yeah. If you want to make it a debatable. I feel like I got the second and the third kind of like, if you watching, it's like, come on, like you gotta, it both was fire.
And that's how I feel about the first and the second.
Right, you see what I mean? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? And all in all, though, this is real shit. I feel like the battle is a preference battle.
Yeah. All right, and that's real. And I feel like, and I said this, is like, if you a fan of Goodz, and I'm pretty sure, because I can't see the chat, you got your people that's real fans. If they a fan of you for what you do, there's no way they gonna say you lost because you did what you do. You didn't fuck up, you didn't choke, you didn't stumble, and you rapped the way you were supposed to rap. And I said this on multiple interviews before. If a nigga can fact check it, I said on a bigger stage, I felt like the shit that I was saying would have been way perceived differently.
Now you would have got killed on a bigger stage. You was better in that small room.
I feel the same too. I feel like in the small room they was able to really listen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, nigga, the way that you able to rap, that gave them time to listen instead of, because on that big stage they listening to react. You know what I'm saying? So they waiting for landed haymakers and everything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, nigga, the way you rap, it ain't always landing just for big moments. You landing for some shit for a motherfucker to, how can you talk slick to a oil spill? Like some subtle shit.
Right.
That ain't gonna shake no room. But, nigga, if you listening to it, nigga, like, oh, yeah.
It's gonna hit hard. It's gonna do this. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, nigga, that right there made that shit a dope-ass battle. I do feel like they should have let the crowd be a little closer or had no crowd out there at all. That setting looked as stupid as hell.
This is something I agree with you on. Me doing that for the first time, the next time I do it is going to be no crowd at all.
Yeah,
they can't be closer because what happens is this, and I'm going to tell y'all this, y'all watching. The Caffeine had this camera set up wrong. You got me? Caffeine had the camera set up wrong, right? You can't have a crowd here with Smack here and the camera's here. Because you're going to get caught up in looking between the two. You're not going to really focus on the cameras. You're going to focus on the crowd and Smack. And this is what they don't understand. Now, I'm going to call them and talk about this, right? So now, I learned when I do it again, I don't want nobody there. I want, like it was with Mook and Rock.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now I see that's how it has to be. Because I was the one saying, I want a little bit of people around to give it that feel. But no.
Yeah,
I don't want nobody there
like that because, like you say, you look into there, but they so far you can't get the reaction because they reacting to shit we saying, but we can barely hear it just a little bit, and it's throwing a nigga off, and then the camera this way, and you got to look this, and they pressing us to play to this camera. You know what I'm saying as well? You feel me? Like on some TV shit, like make sure you look at this camera, make sure you look at this camera. So at the end of the day, yeah, I think no crowd for these type of events. I know it's sad to say for the crowds that want to be there, but this COVID shit so real and shit that it might as well not be nobody right there for nigga gonna be having to, like, you know what I mean, yell and scream for the motherfuckers that is there to even hear it, or at least have them in another room, like you say, watching it on the screen the way they did Rock and Move. They can still be in the building, but they just don't need to be right there.
They need to be in the back watching on the screen. I see now that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, I didn't do it in this room, so now I understand. Next time I go up, nobody there.
Yeah,
because then we could look at the camera and focus on that. Now, one thing I feel though, I don't rebuttal. I feel like my rebuttal was fucking fire.
Nah, that's a fact.
I don't rebuttal in raps because when you're on that big stage, my material to me is good enough where I don't have to rebuttal.
Yeah.
You can say what you want. I'm gonna focus on what I'm doing, and that's it. I ain't gonna let you rat at me or do that. In a room like that, it's easy. It's so much room. You could just.
Yeah.
It's nobody there. You could. You know what I'm saying? But for me not to rebuttal, and for me to rebuttal that Adi Boom shit. And the funny thing is, I didn't know you was gonna even say that. That's something. normally I think defense. That's what battle rappers don't understand. When you're going against me, I think of every fucking thing you're gonna say.
Real shit.
And I know how to approach it because I know everything you're gonna say. With that, I didn't think you was gonna bring up the Adi Boom shit on
because tie it to you and all.
Yeah, because in real street shit, I mean, and I said it. I don't really know like that. I met Adi Boom through battle rap. So I found that the little nigga was snitching and doing that. After that is. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna give somebody the benefit of the fucking doubt. You know what I'm saying?
As you should, though. Respectfully off this battle shit.
I'm always until I find out the truth, because niggas always say somebody snitching, don't show no paperwork or nothing. Now when I found out it was some, I couldn't, that was it for that. But I didn't think you was gonna go there because I'm thinking you looking at it like, nah, this nigga don't fuck with it. But this is what I said when I said you angles to make people try to look at. So I got you 2-1. Fuck you. I hate your grades.
First and second, man.
I think second. I think definitely second and third, and I think the first was debatable. But overall, preference battle, dope fucking battle. And that's it. We saved Volume 6. I didn't know that. Caffeine hairline, yes. That's why he got his hoodie on now. He know. Don't get them fucking dreads. I'm telling you now, man.
My shit coming for the dreads real soon, man.
No, if you get them fucking dreads, I'm gonna battle you again and talk about them little Whoopi Goldberg shits.